my life has changed completely in the last weeks because we've decided to move to the south of France and to stay here for the next months. And I can't tell you how happy I am, especially after living in Dubai. It feels like such a dream, and I'm enjoying the slow countryside life way too much, and especially mornings are my favorite. And since moving here, I've been really intentional about establishing a routine that really helps me to feel my absolute best, to thrive and feel energized, and to just fully come into my potential. And I thought I'd share everything with you in this video. But first, quick question. Did you know that what the most successful people in this world have in common? It's having rigid and oftentimes really specific routines. And I really strongly believe that your routine is a clear declaration of who you want to be, because you're proving that you're serious about your goals and you're committed to showing up. And the thing is, you don't need perfect days. What you need is consistent effort, because like Brianna Wiest wrote, letting yourself be jerked around by impulsiveness is a breeding ground for everything you essentially do not want. Because the thing really is that if you have no focus, no self-control, no basis, it's so hard not to get distracted from what you really want. And that's exactly why having a routine isn't just a wellness trend. It's a way to anchor yourself and to lead your life with intention to become your absolute best self. I just finished my 10-minute visualization. I do this at the moment every morning, where I sit down for 10 minutes. I had my LED mask on, right? And then just connecting with the future version of myself. It's one of my favorite things to do. I feel like it's so powerful to really know which direction you're going and to be so clear on your goals and your vision. And yeah, loving it. And I, by the way, just had a cup of spearmint tea, which I'm currently having every single morning because it's so good to balance your hormones, especially for all my PCOS girlies out there. But now time to make another beverage. And I'm currently obsessed with collagen matcha from this brand called Aurea. I'm gonna make it iced. And this brand, I cannot tell you how much I love it because they are combining matcha with collagen. And this is honestly just amazing because collagen is so good for our skin, our nails, our hair, and combining it with matcha, especially in the morning, makes it super good for our stomach. And the collagen is sourced and tested in Germany and has a really high bioavailability, so the body can use it perfectly. And the matcha is super high quality, sourced from Japan. You can definitely tell in the taste. I'm using whole milk, so just normal dairy milk, which is really good to balance our blood sugar, especially in the morning, compared to low-fat milk or also especially oat milk. Okay, I hope this is gonna look nice now. Okay, yeah, not too bad. Iced matcha latte is just really another thing. So nice. My only problem with iced matcha or iced drinks is that I could drink them in like seconds. I could literally drown this right now, which would be kind of a shame. Oh, I have to put on my Whoop actually. And I need to tell you that I am obsessed with the Whoop, and I've been comparing it to the Aura Ring. And my verdict is that the Whoop is so much better. I can really, really highly recommend it. I'm gonna put a link down for you below where you can test it 30 days for free, which is so nice. Okay, time to do some journaling. By the way, my matcha is finished in 10 seconds. But okay, I wanna be completely honest with you because journaling is definitely the habit for me that I struggle the most with at being consistent. And at the same time, it's the habit that I feel like has the biggest impact on my life when I do it consistently. I swear to you, I can feel such a big difference if I do it because it helps me be so clear on my goals and just stay so focused and also reflect. So I feel like just mentally it's the strongest tool to just get into your right mindset, but also to process things and evolve and grow. And I had actually set myself the challenge of journaling every single day in August. It's only the 8th of August today, but so looking through it, I skipped the 3rd of August, the 6th, and the 7th. But I think it doesn't help to be too hard on ourselves. It's just about getting back into it, right? And just doing it. And how I journal is that, first of all, I always try to write down 3 things that I feel really, really grateful for. And not just writing them down, but trying also to really think about what it gives me and why I am so grateful for it. And just really going fully into that feeling. And then I write down my 3 main goals. So every year I set myself kind of 3 main priorities and goals for my life. And so I write them down. And then what I found so helpful and impactful is that I then think of ways of how I can get there. And oftentimes it's kind of like the same things I would write down, but it also really helps me to come up with new ways and think of like new creative things I can actually do and just really push myself to take action. But because by constantly reminding myself of what are the things I actually have to do to get to where I want, I am also more likely to really do them and not to get sidetracked or question myself or doubt myself, because I just keep it kind of so present in my mind. And it also helps me to connect with the future version of myself and really see that person in front of my eyes and think about what would they do. It helps me so much with also staying disciplined and doing the things even when they're hard and sticking to them. And another thing I quickly want to tell you is something that I also sometimes do is think about my 80-year-old self and how that version would talk to me right now. So how they would kind of look back on their life and give me advice and tell me what I'm doing right, what I could maybe improve. And that's, I think, an amazing way also to strengthen your self-love, because you just really notice how you're so much more able to look at yourself with compassion, like just kind of looking at yourself from the outside and really seeing like how hard you're trying and how much you're doing, and but also kind of encouraging yourself that you can do more and you're on the right path and it's all gonna work out. And so I love to do that kind of exercise. But let's actually do it. Okay, do you want to hear what I wrote down for the things that I feel really grateful for today? The first thing is my grandparents, just how much they shaped me as a person and what a big loving influence they had on my life, because as a child, me and my sister, we spent so much time with them because my mom was a single mom. She used to work so much. So they helped so much and they were just really, really the best. My grandma unfortunately passed away a few years ago. I hope she's up there looking down and protecting me, which I honestly really, really feel. And I think it's also so crazy how many signs I see so often from her, which makes me so emotional right now. But then I wrote that I am so grateful that I feel like my hormones are improving, like my hormone balance, which is a huge topic in my life, because since going off birth control a few years ago, my period was just like non-existent. Then it came back, still super irregular, and so struggling a lot with that. But I feel like I'm finally more on the right path, and I definitely also want to share so much more about that with you, because I really feel like I've been learning so much about it. So I promise definitely minimum 1 video about that is coming. And the last thing I wrote is that I feel so grateful for going out for dinner on the weekend with my husband and explore more of the south of France. Because that is just such a dream. This area is so beautiful. I also want to show you as much as I can because it's so dreamy and so nice. And so I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, and now it's actually time to move the body. I'm gonna do one of my own classes, which I always feel is super weird, but it actually really helps me to improve, because I just notice things that I can do better, and improving for you. just got showered and changed. And now I just realized that we ran out of eggs, and I really feel like having eggs for breakfast today. So I'm quickly gonna go and buy them. Bonjour. And I also wanted to tell you that I either do a little workout in the morning or I go for a morning walk, which kind of today I do both. And when I go for a walk, I love nothing more than listening to something that inspires me and motivates me, and mostly that's interviews with people that I find just super inspirational. And one of them is Miranda Kerr. I'm listening to an interview with her right now, and just somehow whenever I hear her speak, it motivates me so crazy much to just take the absolute best care of myself and to really prioritize my health over anything else. And yeah, so I just love to get into that mindset and be kind of surrounded by that influence. So I feel like it's just one of the most powerful ways. Consume everything you can. I can't get over how beautiful this little village is, and I quickly have to show you the most insane view. Look at this. Isn't it completely crazy? Staring at the tapestry above the bed you gave. I still haven't washed my sheets. I still smell you in the bed you used to rest your head on. How the hell am I supposed to see? Can we put a face underneath them? Can we change like the season? I wanna make her better, wipe the makeup from her face. I wish I hadn't met her, I wish I didn't wanna stay. I wanna wear her sweater and I'll break down in my room, 'cause there's nothing sweeter. Let's make breakfast now. I'm definitely completely starving by now, but I want to show you one of my current favorite go-tos because it's super quick. And as always, you know me, we're going to focus on high protein. Next, we're going to heat up a little bit of butter in a pot. Then we're going to add our onion, letting them simmer for just like 2 or 3 minutes. And then we're going to add in 3 eggs. And I'm mixing it together. And now we just want to let it simmer on low heat so that it really gets super nice and soft. And that's also why I love to use a pot, but you could totally also use a pan. But currently I'm somehow really into using pots for my egg dishes. I'm really gonna cut 1 tomato, and look at this one. I swear to you, the tomatoes here taste insane. Like the best tomatoes I've ever tasted in my life, honestly. I'm gonna add half a cup of cottage cheese so that we have some extra protein, because we really want to try to stack up on our protein in the morning. And adding our tomatoes. Wow, there's actually quite a lot of tomato. Ooh. Then I love to drizzle just a little bit of olive oil over my tomatoes. And some salt. Getting started with work now. I have a big editing day today, and by the way, it's shortly past 9 and I got up at 6, right? So of course, usually my morning routine doesn't take 3 hours. I would say it takes maybe like 1.5 hours, depending on how long I work out. But especially with filming everything
be fully transparent with you, it took so long. But anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you maybe some inspiration and motivation for your morning, because I really so strongly believe that our mornings are the most powerful way to set us up for a successful, good day. So really crucial to just take control of that morning hours and make the most out of them. And yeah, I'm gonna get started with work now, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.